Good morning, a very good morning, and welcome to Swechotv. This is the leading online TV station across the country. I would encourage you to always keep it live here because we keep you updated on a daily happening, on a daily briefing from whichever part of the country for you to be have all that you need to know as an individual or rather as a group. Thank you so much for keeping it live. I'll be your host and of course your usual one, Dedan Jack Kareviuma, aka Nyundo. This is the hot seat coming into you live every Monday to Friday from 10 a.m. Let's have a discussion on this. We've seen several happenings across the weekend and of course all over this week. We've seen people joining different political parties. We've seen individuals joining and leaving different parties as well. We've also seen like the DCP team, the DCP brigade under Rigathi Gachagua continuing with their own campaigns. We've seen the ODM under Dr. Buru Odinga, the Senate of Siaya County, also moving up and down, ensuring that ODM remains firm. We've seen the current president of the Republic of Kenya, that's Dr. William Samoei Ruto, as well as trying to reach out to Kenyans in informing Kenyans, of course, of the plans that he has for Kenyans, and of course what he has managed to do as far as his service is concerned. Yesterday, he also addressed the nation and of course mentioned some of the things that actually he is expecting, and of course as citizens we need also to give him time to offer us what he has in his plans. He has also promised to address us to address the nation, of course, on the vision as far as 2030 is concerned on 12th August. That one we shall also keep you updated on that. We saw the Linda Mwananchi Brigade, of course, under the Senator of Nairobi County, Edwin Sifuna. We saw Babu Owino. We saw the entire team having a discussion, of course, meeting with the Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka. This is something, of course, we just see it as a citizen. Of course, we just see it as at a different angle as individuals. Then we may also wish to know, like, what is really going on, what's the next plan, and what's their aim as far as the 2027 general election is concerned. We've also seen like individuals stating clearly that perhaps Kalonzo Musyoka have been having a discussion, a personal discussion with the president. Those are some of the issues that yesterday he addressed and gave a clear information on that. On the other side, we've seen ODM also claiming that, of course, they have to be given what they deserve. That's, of course, 50-50. We saw the cabinet secretary, Geoffrey Ruku, also addressing to that. We've also seen the deputy president, that's Professor Kithure Kindiki, also saying that, of course, he is in the government, the current government, as the deputy president. The next government, he is still there to stay. What next? What's their own view? What's going to happen in the broad-based government? Is it still going to remain the broad-based government that supporters are used to? Or there is going to be a different name emerging from it? Just as a DCP emerged from UDA, or just like UDA emerged from Jubilee. These are just some of the things that we are going to look into. We've seen the former cabinet secretary for gender, culture, and the arts and heritage also addressing the public yesterday. Remember, this is someone that's of course Aisha Juma. This is an individual who has been there, formerly she was a member of ODM. And for those people who are active in politics, for those people who are very active on matters leadership, on matters the state of the nation, you could see her campaigning and of course fighting for ODM. Later on, when things changed, she decided and joined the UDA. She has been one of the pillars of the current president, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, on the coastal region. But now, the next has happened. She has quitted the party. She has made a new move. And this movement, she has stated that it is not an individual influence. It is not something that she just decided to do. These are something that just happened willingly and out of what the supporters had to tell her, and of course what what she has been going through with her relationship with the current president, Dr. William Samoei Ruto. These are just some of the things that, of course, we would say always forms the breaking news as far as political seasons are concerned. When you look at what have been happening in the previous governments, these are some of the things that have been happening repeatedly. Unexpected has been happening. Now, let me just take you through. Perhaps you are wondering now. You just met the honorable Aisha Jumwa Karisa Katana recently. Let me just give you perhaps a briefing about something that perhaps you need to know as a supporter or as an individual, as a Kenyan citizen on this lady. Now she joined politics at the age of 22, and of course she served as a councillor of Kataungu Ward in 1997 to 2007. This is something that, of course, is like giving out a different picture. And of course, when things are taking into a different direction that is not perhaps expected, then people come to ask themselves how. You see, joining politics at the age of 22 and serving at that particular seat is something that's a great achievement, especially to the ladies. That's of course a very great achievement. She also served as a women representative for Kilifi County in the year 2013 to 2017. Of course, later on, she served as a Commissioner of Parliamentary Service in 2017 to 2022, and of course that's when she was a member of Parliament of Malindi constituency, of course, in Kilifi County. Now, these are just some of the movement that
make one of the most difficult decisions of my political life.
This is some of the things that she has managed to step on. She's not just a lady, or rather just like any other leader. She has been fighting for this position. Remember when she was elected as the county women representative for Kilifi County, she was the first woman representative for that particular county. And by then, she was in ODM. And of course, she was elected with the ODM ticket. And the greatest Prime Minister of the Republic of Kenya, that's the Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. Now, when she served as a member of Parliament from 2017 to 2022, of course, this is where she shifted her party, that's of course ODM, to support Dr. William Samoei Ruto, and becoming like a founder member and the defender of the UDA party at the coast. She's just one of the icons in the coastal region that, of course, when we talk of them at any point, then of course we will have to know some. These are just some of the things that she served. Like recently, she served as following her cabinet dismissal. That's of course after the Gen Z protest. She was appointed as the non-executive chairperson of the Kenya Roads Board, a position that she held until May 2026, when the High Court nullified her appointment. That's of course the most painful part of it as far as leadership is concerned. Now, this is some of the the things that, of course, when they happen in leadership, we have to take a look at them and just accept every situation that happens. We just look at it and say that by the latest, of course, like as I told you, that she served as a cabinet secretary for gender, culture, arts, and heritage. That's until July 2024. Of course, that when dismissed. Of course, she still remained and of course continued to fight for that particular party. We've seen her severally, but of course, all of a sudden things just turned and she went silent. And people could ask, the supporters could ask, where is Aisha Juma? Where is this particular pillar of the UDA as far as the region, the coastal region is concerned? Let's just have a look at what she said yesterday.
I have made one of the most difficult decisions of my political life. From today, Aisha Jumwa Karisa Katana is no longer a member of the United Democratic Alliance, UDA. This decision is not an act of anger. It is an act of conscience. It is a decision born out of love for Kilifi, faith in its people, and unshakable belief that our county deserves leadership that listens, serves, and delivers. As we move through this transition, Wananchi and the public will play a key role in shaping the next steps. Your voice, your guidance, and your expectations will inform the direction we take. This movement belongs to you. My fellow residents of Kilifi, I urge you to remain peaceful, united, and hopeful. Let us reject division, embrace one another, and continue this journey with dignity and courage. As your leader, I have chosen to stand with you. I will continue to listen to your voices, defend your democratic choices, and protect your right to determine your own political future without intimidation or interference. History has taught us that when a united people stand together for justice, no obstacle is too great, no dream is impossible.
Now, this is something, of course, that's, of course, very, 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 very painful, we would say so, because when you look at the way she was giving a press relief, when he was talking to the public, of course, you could see her shedding tears. And now that this is when, as a sign of perhaps tears, we would say that this only normally happens when you are losing, of course, or rather something that touches you. Like comes to pass. We've seen something that she has mentioned about she will continue to serve her people with dignity, listen to the people, and of course defend and protect them. Now, these are some of the key values that we really that of course citizens are really expecting from various leaders across the nation. As long as you are a leader, as long as you are representing some of the individuals, then these are some of the things that, of course, people really expect from you as an individual. Now, you see, now as she resigned from the UDA party, of course, this is something that she said happens out of humiliation and frustration, of course, from the party's hierarchy regarding her intentions to vie for local leadership. Now, on 2027, of course, the gubernatorial ambition, she has announced her intention to run for the governor of Kilifi County in the upcoming August 2027 general election. This follows her previous and successful 2022 gubernatorial bid, where she finished second to the incumbent governor, Gideon Mungaru. Now, we say that, of course, people have got a different view on every point, but of course, when you are eyeing for something, it doesn't mean that like you shouldn't necessarily just depend on one thing, because we saw that after perhaps becoming number two, the future never stopped there. We've seen her, of course, continuing to serve at different dockets that, of course, I just mentioned earlier. But of course, according to what we've just seen, she never stated clearly that, of course, her next move, of course, as far as political parties are concerned, she never mentioned that this is the specific party that she's willing to join. But now these are just something that, of course, we are expecting, and of course we will just see on the decision that she will have to make as an individual on which party will she really move to. Now, this is something that, of course, giving a different value, or rather different move to this or rather viewership to these political parties. Remember, coastal region, of course, have been also considered to be one of ODM grounds. When you talk of perhaps having a higher number as far as political parties are concerned, then we always consider coastal region, of course, as part of this particular, as part of this ODM, the highest number part of this ODM. When we look at like of course during or rather when she was elected, of course, as the first women rep for that particular county, of course, but of course she served with ODM. Now we are looking into it like now. We've seen living UDA, but of course UDA is working with ODM. That's of course under broad-based government. Now, which direction are they really taking? Because we've seen that from the coastal region, we've seen various people like being part of ODM, and of course being part of the broad-based government. That including the former. The former governor of Mombasa County and the current cabinet secretaries for, of course, mining and global economy. That's Honorable Hassan Joho. He is serving the country, and of course, as a member of ODM, also as one of the deputy party leaders of ODM, and as one of the strongholds of ODM. Now, when we've seen like people losing from that particular region, or rather we've seen individuals like now Aisha Juma has left the UDM from that particular region, but of course the rest of the team are joining UDM. We saw earlier some few weeks ago when the cabinet secretary for mining and global economy was addressing the nation from Mombasa County, of course. He has been stating that they are in the government, of course they are in UDA, and in the next government they will remain in that particular party. So we say that of course we will just see on what really happens, because we've seen severally that during political season, especially towards the final moments of election, we've seen people joining different parties. We've seen what people really never expected, as far as even supporters, or rather the entire citizen, the entire country. What we've never expected to happen, we have seen them happening and giving us what a different move. Now we believe that all will be fine, and of course, just in case she will be making any step, we will keep you updated and give you what really transpired and why taking that direction. In case she will make any communication, of course, we will keep you updated. Now, moving on. We've seen ODM brigade under of course Dr. Brodinga stating that they are going to be part of the next government. They are in the government. They are there to stay. But now the first seat they are eyeing on is now the deputy presidency seat. This is also a different vibe. This is also a different view. But of course, also very important. Generally, ever since ODM came into existence, this is the first time they are going. In case they are given that opportunity, and of course, in case they win the race with Dr. William Samoei Ruto as winning a race under the deputy presidency seat. This is something that is really alarming, because the people are taking it so serious. The question that people have been asking, other parties have been asking, the current deputy president of the Republic of Kenya, Professor Kithure, has
hamwezi kuwa mnaamuka kila siku kiti ya naibu rais tena